Brian Harmon, ladies and gents, wins the Open yesterday at Hoylake, Merseyside. Fantastic final round, fantastic 4 rounds, played brilliantly. I for one felt really sorry for the guy. Not because we've heard for the last 24 hours that he was abused by members of the crowd, although it's naughty, but just because it's probably the worst atmosphere I've seen in a major championship for years over the last day or so. And there were 2 reasons for that. One of them was he had what looked like an unassailable lead, although we have seen leads eroded away that have been even bigger than that. But I think the other one was because firstly he was American, but in the main because he's not particularly well loved and well liked. Not that there's any problems with him, but he's not a favourite of anybody's. Had that been Tiger Woods walking around yesterday winning by 5 or 6, the crowd would have been all over him. Same with Phil Mickelson and a couple of others. But Harmon's something of a journeyman for all he's a great player, and for that reason he had nobody on his side. The fact that old Tommy Fleetwood's only from down the road there in Southport, probably 30-40 mile away, went against him, and also the fact that every one of the dogs seems to love Rory. I mean, we forget Rory's Irish as opposed to English, but they were all for Rory and none of them for Harmon. I've got nothing against Rory, by the way, or Fleetwood, but played a brilliant second, third round, fantastic. And yesterday did what he had to do. The difference in the guy to all the rest was that them 6, 8, 10, 12 foot putts, he wasn't missing any of them, and everybody else was. He just wasn't missing anything. He played flawless golf for 3 days of the 4, I would suggest. Deserved it 100%, and I for one am pleased he won it. I followed him for a few years now, and he's a player I like. But the fact that he doesn't have a massive fan base and he's not a cavalier kind of golfer, you know, he's more steady Eddie. I think went against him massively, and I just felt so sorry for him. I really did. I mean, it was awful that last day. 6, 7 shots ahead with like a round to go is awful. 9 times out of 10 they don't get clawed back and they win. You know, what made it worse was, although golf was going to be my main sport yesterday, I'd have loved to have seen the last day of the Ashes, and that didn't materialise. A bit later we had a great win for Hull KR against Wigan, the old pie eaters there in the rugby, so that was good. But just disappointed that nobody got anywhere near him. You know, nobody could raise the game enough to make a fist of it on that last day. But Harmon, you did brilliant. That's off to him, did really well. But I just wish the crowd had given him a little bit more love. I felt sorry for the guy, I really did. You know, I don't often feel sorry for people winning majors. You know, usually it's a great day and it's all full of celebration. It wasn't really that day yesterday, and it was flat the whole way through, which is a shame for the guy. But that said, he's won his first major, he's won one. Many golfers never ever do. There's been many greats that have come and gone that have never won one and never will. So hats off, Brian, you did really well, but it was a flat day yesterday for fans. It was an absolutely flat day, and I wish we could have got a bit more. I wish that Rory's iron play into pins was that bit better, and I wish you could hang your hat on his putting, but you can't to save your life. He saves birdie from 15, 20, 25 foot with regularity, but you can't guarantee him to put... he saves par, should I say, from 15, 20, 25 foot with some kind of regularity. But ask him to get a birdie putt from 4, 6 or 8 foot and you're worried to death about him. You really are. It's a shame. He needs to sort out that putting. But Harmon, well done anyway. I've rabbited it on. That's enough from me.